I said, Claude, make me a sandwich. No, seriously. Because you see, I was missing having deli sandwiches on any of the weeks before. I'm like, you know what? I need to have a good sandwich. Claude said, okay, good. As Claude is very kind and very nice, always supportive of anything he says. It's like, oh, so he basically says something like, oh, that's great. Deli sandwich will fit right into your weekly plan. You don't have to do as much prep. It's going to be much faster to make, and you can have some for leftovers. Well, actually, I said, he didn't actually first give me leftovers, where he gave me some other leftovers. I said, no. Let me make a sandwich and do leftovers of the sandwich. And he's like, all right, we can do that. And he gave me some hints on how to do that. But one thing I will let you know is he really did a good job with the ingredients that I would like and enjoy. Of course, it's lean meat, especially turkey. And I said, I asked you to ask for turkey and ham. He said, okay, here you go. Here's turkey and ham. Here's how much you can need. That's why we got this scale here, so I can weigh it out as I'm making our sandwich. But before we get to week 10's meals and what's going on in week 10, let's dive back into week 9. Let's summarize week 9. If you remember, week 9 was the week after maintenance week. The week after maintain your weight week. I want to change that. It was maintain your weight week. Week after that, where we went back into deficit eating. And let's start with the barbecue, shall we? That barbecue was a good barbecue. I mean, I'm fine with chicken hot dogs. I've had those before. They are good. Now, see, I bought chicken dogs for myself and for my son and for my brother. They got instead to eat Parmesan hot links, which they love. So I gave them that. Avocado. So that was good. Now, so when I did do the 90% beef, as I was talking about, 90% lean beef, I will tell you, it was different. It definitely was not as juicy, not as moist, a little more dry than you're used to with the burger. You know, think about your In-N-Out burger, how greasy that is, or your, I won't use McDonald's. You know what it was kind of like? When I had those thick McDonald's burgers, or any of the thick burgers in some of the restaurants, the fast food chains are doing the thick burgers for a while. Maybe Carl's Jr. Hardee's was doing it. It's kind of what it was like. I don't know if you remember those. They were kind of thick, not juicy. Maybe it was the Angus burgers. I can't remember. But it was very lean. Very lean. Let's get the seed out of here. That's going to cost a little more than that. Very lean and not juicy at all, and felt very thick. Of course, it did make it kind of thicker than usual because it asked for 6. That's right, 6 ounces. 6 ounces of beef for my burger. And so I gave about 6 ounces of my hamburger and had my hot dog as well. And the keto bread, the keto buns. Just don't. Maybe the negative grams of carbohydrates your thing, it just wasn't worth it for me. Those are calories I will gladly replace with whole wheat buns. The reason why I got it, though, I couldn't really find the whole wheat buns. So that was one reason why I did it that way. Try the keto, just wanted to see what it was like, but no more keto bread for me. No, none of this negative, negative grams of carbohydrates, because it's not going to digest. No, thank you. No, thank you. Because the fiber doesn't get digested. Nah, it's okay. I'll live with whole wheat foods, like whole wheat bread. Actually, I'm kind of fortunate because even when I was a little kid, I enjoyed whole wheat bread. What am I doing here? I'm making, the sandwich called for sliced avocados, and I thought I'd spice it up and instead make a guacamole. My favorite way to eat avocados with guacamole, especially the recipe I got from Saul. You can see it on my channel. It's there. It's wonderful. This is a similar version to it. Similar. So it comes with a red onion. I add the Anaheim chili pepper. Let's de-seed that while we're here. And cilantro and lime. Basically what it is. It is a wonderful flavor. I think it's better than those packaged spices. Maybe you're lazy, you want to do the packaged spices. Sure, no problem, you can do that. And usually what I use, I put this stuff in a processed blender and blend it up. And I know Silo likes to add tomatoes. I'm just gonna do sliced tomatoes instead. I mean, you could add tomatoes in your guacamole if you like. My kids don't like it, so we don't do that. Anyway, so what I gotta smash this stuff really small. So add the avocados and smash all together. But first, let's smash the avocado. So, yep. So keto. No, let's go with the wheat. It's better. Now, usually I don't use the garlic. I don't use a potato masher to mash my avocado. A couple of things happen. One, I can't find my pastry cutter. You know, it's like got the multiple lines of wires you can just smash through stuff. That's what I usually use for my guacamole smashing. I don't have a pestle. Yeah, I don't do the mortar and pestle thing. I guess I could. I don't have that, and I don't have the can't find my other smasher. And this avocado is a little too hard for a fork smash. So we're going with the masher from Mashed Potato Masher. The one we use for mashed potatoes. When we're not using a blender. The kids like it blended, so they use a blender for those mashed potatoes. But avocado-wise, I could use a blender. It's gonna be too noisy for one. Number two, I prefer a little bit of chunkiness in my guacamole and my avocados. And I did this already this week. Well, week 9, because one of the weeks asked for avocado toast because my son likes avocado toast too. So when I do avocado toast, I don't want just plain avocado. I want to have, you know, something with you, something flavorful in the mashed avocado. And so I said, this guacamole is good. Let's use some guacamole. And so that's what this is. I use that for that too. And it was good. Avocado toast. Yeah, it's on the menu. Laugh all you like. But Claude said, how about some avocado toast? And Happy Healthy Daughter loves avocado toast. I like avocado toast. It's good. It has the toast, avocado. So I do this for it. And then a couple eggs for the protein. And it's a good breakfast, actually. Really good. So you might notice one thing missing here, the mayonnaise. Well, as I'm making my sandwich, Claude said, you know, we got to substitute good fat for you. Good fat. And good fat is not mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is not good fat for you. So I said, here you go. Have some wonderful, wonderful avocado on your sandwich instead. No mayo. I'm like, oh, okay. But we got Dijon coming up. We'll get all that stuff in there. Yeah, but back to the barbecue. So the burgers were nice. It was a good change of pace. I hadn't had burgers in a while. And the meat, like I said, dry. And I made it thicker than I usually do because it was 90% lean. What happened in the barbecue grill itself, when I usually cook the store-bought 80-20 patties or whatever I've got going, you know, like the cheap stuff, man, does that grill just flame up. And you put the burgers on there and about, you know, a minute later, flames from the coals because all the fat dropping down. That just didn't happen. No. Not whatsoever. Did not happen. Did not see it at all. Bad. So yeah, so I will say the burgers were still good though. Still have the good char flavor that you usually get when you do a nice burger on the grill. So I'm not disappointed in the barbecue at all. Not really. I mean, one thing too is as I've been eating through these diets, I kind of just feels healthier. It feels right. Maybe that's one reason why I can keep going. Because, you know, one thing it is about these diets is not so much can you do it? It's do you want to do it? You know, I've heard some people say, well, I'm using AI. Maybe that's going to make it easy. Well, you know, if it was easy, everyone would do it. I stole that line from one of my favorite streamers. Dan Giesling, there we go. The Big Brother guy. Won a couple episodes of Big Brother. Anyway, he always says, if it was easy, everyone would do it. And that's kind of, you know, the way I'm looking at this diet. You know, if this is easy, if it was easy to follow this AI diet, I feel like, you know, it's like I'm using training wheels. And I think that's very good. It's very helpful. I don't have to pay a trainer to figure out what I'm going to eat. Don't have to pay a chef like Mr. Tom Brady to figure out, you know, make some meals for me that are going to be good, nutritious, healthy, and keep me satisfied. Nope. So just little me and Claude AI going about. I ask questions, Claude provides answers, Claude gives me insights on what we should eat and what's helpful to eat. Because you know, Claude has the knowledge of 1,000 nutritionists, if you want to look at it that way. Has the knowledge of, so much knowledge, because it's AI. And I'm good with that. And that's weird. So let's get up that cilantro. So that's an Anaheim pepper, so it's not really spicy. And we're going to put in some cilantro for flavor. We got some red onion for flavor. All good stuff. We got cilantro going. Other highlights from last week. So, I believe I touted Kung Pao chicken. And I was going to make some Kung Pao chicken. Well, you know what? I thought, I've got this this flank steak, and it looked a lot leaner than the usual steak that we use. Like, looked much leaner than the, especially ribeyes. And the first time I actually used a ribeye stick for the stir-fried dishes, my wife said, why are you saving this good meat for other dishes? Use it in stir-fry too. And I'm okay, all right. So beef broccoli, you said. But I will say, I had the flank steak in the dish, and it's a really good meat to use for stir-fry. Cut, sliced thin across the grain, marinated with, well, I use Shaoxing wine. You could use wine, a little bit of wine. I use Shaoxing wine. It's the Chinese version of Mandarin wine, I believe. Something close. It's similar to it. The Mandarin wine that you would use with Japanese cuisine, or a sake, or baijiu if you're using Chinese. Pure alcohol. It's basically just alcohol. A little cornstarch and soy sauce. Marinate that in the beef. Let it soak in. Fry it up. Tasty, yes. Tender, absolutely. It was a very good beef for stir fry. I will say I did prefer having that beef for Kung Pao over the chicken. But like I said, I just can't use as much of it. The amounts go down, like I said last week. Instead of 3.5 ounces, it goes down to 3 ounces. Or instead of 6 ounces, it goes to 5 ounces of meat, because the meat is not as clean. The meat is just not as, has more calories than the white chicken meat. So you're gonna have to live with less meat. So once in a while, subbing in a wonderful beef is not bad, I think. It was good. I enjoyed it a lot. Enjoyed it quite a lot. Beef broccoli as well. Loved it. Now, as you know, Happy Healthy Wife, or maybe I've mentioned it, Happy Healthy Wife is not so keen on rice every day. Neither am I. So I took the broccoli beef. We had rice, the brown rice, the rice mix that Happy Healthy Wife has created for us to use. Wonderful rice mix. We love it. We enjoy it. It's beautiful. Tastes good. But I don't want that every day. In fact, I prefer wheat bread, wheat tortillas, those things. I don't like rice every day. So the next day, instead of, and you see this a lot, AI does this too. It's like you have rice one at the night, but then the next day you put in a tortilla, burrito bowl, that kind of thing. So what we did was I got some wheat pita, and I stuffed it with the broccoli beef. You know what? That was good. That was nice and tasty. That was good. I like that. So yeah, so that meat, the flank steak, a beautiful meat to use in your stir-fry dishes. Now, I'm not going to cook steak with it. No, actually, when I do ask for steak, like a steak dinner, Claude comes back, all right, let's do some sirloin. And you may or may not know, but you don't usually see sirloin on any YouTube channel. You'll see ribeye, you'll see tomahawk, you'll see Wagyu, all those good things. And by the way, I did try Wagyu on the birthday celebration. We went to Benihana's and they had Wagyu as one of the options for the steak that you can have. I'm like, you know what? There's been so much hype around Wagyu. Let me see what this A5 Wagyu is like. Now, maybe it wasn't prepared the best, but I will say this. I do not prefer the flavor of an A5 Wagyu. Why? it's laden with fat. I mean, you know, fat is flavor, and I said that last week, and I'll keep saying it. Fat is certainly flavor, but in this case, the fat just takes away from the actual flavor of the meat. The ribeye was better, honestly. The ribeye that we got. So happy all the way I've got the ribeye. As you know what, we gotta try. I gotta try some flat from A5 Wagyu. See what it's like. Don't have to spend a whole bunch. And actually, the real reason why I did that was because the Wagyu itself was only like, the ribeye was like $60 for the whole meal combined. And if I upgraded to the Wagyu, it was like $70. I'm like, for $10 more, I can do Wagyu? Okay, sounds like a bargain, you know? Maybe it was a bargain, not the best A5, but still, I've had it and I know what it's like a bit. So, you know, I'm not really interested in doing Wagyu. It's fine. It's okay. And on this diet, I probably shouldn't do much of it because it's so fat laden. You do notice the fat. And it is just a very different flavor. Different flavor. When I've made, and I kind of seen it too, I used they have like, in Costco, they have the Wagyu ground beef, and I've used that to make burgers or other dishes like the taco meat. My gosh, there's just so much fat in that stuff that comes out. So much fat. Is it good? Yeah, it's good. It's fine for burgers. It's fine for ground beef tacos. But I don't need it. No, turkey. Turkey meat is fine. I don't need that. All right, so that was the Kung Pao beef. The beef experience and the A5 Wagyu experience. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. And you know what's something else we got going here? Okay, good. Get just the last two in there. Get all the juice out that we can. One reason is, I'm using key limes because they're really juicy and they really seem to get a lot more juice than when I use regular limes. So that's why I want to use key limes here. Get all that juice out of them. And that's one thing that Solo has about this guacamole recipe. You know, one thing it's supposed to do, and it's going to be helpful because Claude said, you know, squeeze some lemon on your avocado so it won't brown as much for the next day version. So we got two sandwiches here, one's today, one's tomorrow. I'll show you. Claude said, wrap it up in foil for next day. I'm like, oh, all right, we'll try that. We'll try the foil thing. We'll see how that is. And I'll let you know next week. But the lime juice, and I think that's probably less than what Sal usually does in his. The lime juice keeps my guacamole from going brown. In fact, there's the video right there. Right over there. There's the video that I have made about Saul from Epicurious's guacamole. It is the best guacamole recipe I have ever had. It is a wonderful guacamole. I'm using one full avocado. You know, it's just like, it's the sandwich, each is supposed to be half an avocado on each sandwich, so that's perfect. One avocado, doubled. And I'm not worried about making it into guacamole because we have some lime juice. I mean, that's more calories, but as you know, as we've talked about, vegetables, for the most part, are free eatings. For the most part, you add vegetables, it's calorie free. Those onion, pretty much calorie free. That pepper we put in here, practically calorie free. You need as much of that as you want. Just, it's the sauce that you don't want to put it with. Like that ranch dressing to make them taste better. It's the sauce that brings all that vegetable-y calories going. It's the sauce. So that looks like pretty guacamole. That's good. So we got the guacamole. That's ready. We got Dijon mustard. We'll get to that. Other things. Oh, something else. When we looked at my weeknight haul, one thing that was absolutely missing from it was this whey. You know, I was thinking of the whey protein powder. It was reminded of the Little Miss Muffet sign on top of eating her curds and whey. So I'm like, huh, maybe it's not so bad to get protein powder. And I skipped the protein powder for week 1, week 2. I'm like, I don't want protein powder. Let's not do that. But you know what? I said, well, you know, I bet protein powder is kind of like milk. You add water to it, kind of nice milk-like. And I will tell you this one, 2.5 grams of fat per serving, which is 1 scoop. I get 1.5 scoops per meal. Carbohydrates, only 3 grams. Protein, 24 grams of protein with 1 scoop of this stuff. 24 grams. So when I'm doing mine, I'm eating 36 grams, a scoop and a half of this. 36 grams of protein right there. That's a lot of protein. Yeah, so this whey We've been using it. Move out of the way. Move out of the way there. We've been using it. And you know what? It's made some really good protein powder smoothies and protein powder bowls. It also has been my substitute for milk when I make my overnight oats. So it's good for smoothies or a protein bowl. Do the whey, add some water to it. You know, the recipes keep going for almond milk. I'm not buying almond milk. I'm not buying any kind of non-dairy milk. That's not my thing. But I can do that. And we have powdered milk if I do want dairy milk. And I can do the whey. The whey is actually very flavorful. It's vanilla flavored. Oh, it goes so well in my protein drink. Oh, Happy Healthy Wife likes it. I like it. We added some mango one time. I had mango in there because that was one of the recipes. Sometimes we add berries to it, just mixed berries in there. Oh, it is a good delight to have. I am on board with protein powder. And maybe it's not healthy. I don't know, but it's part of the diet. It gives me calories, and it's somewhat nice and filling too. So it's pretty good. So I've enjoyed that. One other thing that I've had with the diet, brings lots of flavors together that I haven't been familiar with before. Again, I keep counting that, it gives me dish ideas that I've never thought of before or that I've never tried before. So that's one of the great things about it. One thing it had was banana and peanut butter. Now, I had never heard of banana and peanut butter together before. I had no idea what that was going to be like. So I'm like, okay, all right, let's try some banana and peanut butter. Let's see what that's like. And I'm like, this is actually good. It's got the peanut butter in there. It's got some peanut butter. It's got some banana for the sweetness. And that's often what we're using for sweetness is banana. Another one we use is honey for sweetness. Those things. And that's, it's been good to use that banana and peanut butter. That's another thing that AI has helped me with. You know how sour cream has so much fat in it, and pretty much most creams do. Well, for my taco nights, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but one of the great things about taco night is that I don't have to use sour cream anymore. Because they gave me a sour cream substitute. Happy Healthy Wife really liked it too. Greek yogurt plus lime juice. And you know what? I don't miss sour cream with Greek yogurt and lime juice. It's similar in idea. Greek yogurt itself is not really sweet. And you add the lime juice, you get that Mexican flavorish in there. And, it's a wonderful, healthy substitute. Honestly, even if I wasn't on this diet, why not go with a healthy substitute, which I'm not missing anything with the sour cream. It's just as good. Just as good. Satisfies that same pocket in your mouth that wants that creamy sourness in your meal. Greek yogurt, who'd have thought? And another thing, we did that one of the dishes this morning. This is week 10's dish, but it was Monday morning. This is Sunday morning, so what we do is week 10. I do the breakfast from week 10. So we already had that one, so I want to talk about this next week. I'll talk about it right now. We had French toast. Now this is, it was just egg. I used milk powder for the milk. Egg, and then a touch of cinnamon. No sugar at all. It was a honey thing. Added honey at the end. Honey on top of the toast later. Not honey in the mix itself. But also, no sugar. The difference was, it asked for strawberries, sliced strawberries, and Greek yogurt with the honey drizzle. I'm like, okay, sounds interesting. And you know what? It was really good French toast. And it felt much healthier and less sweet than that stuff you get at the restaurants. I used to get French toast once in a while. A restaurant used to call Bob's nearby. Nice little diner place. And we'd get the French toast. And it was good. It was so sickly sweet. And especially when you add on the other stuff to it. I just kind of tired of it, honestly. So, definitely, that was a big boost. I just get about half. Wow, this is a lot. Not sure we're going to use it all. It's a lot. It was half an avocado plus all the other stuff. 2 scoops is fine. It's going to be more left over than I hoped for. But wow. Look at that. That is a lot of avocado. Maybe my avocado is bigger than they thought. They honestly said, you get a half avocado, buddy. I'm like, all right, yeah, half an avocado. But when I made it, mashed it up, and look at that. That is a thick piece. Thick piece. A thick layer of avocado. That's a nice thick layer. Oh, that's so good. The one thing about having so much lime juice in there, I did definitely taste that. Awesome lime juice flavor. This is not going to brown tomorrow. It'll be fine for tomorrow. Absolutely will be fine. Don't worry. You might be wondering, why is here? What's it doing in this plate? What's it doing in the scale? Because I am going to weigh it. Let me see. Where I'm going to put the other stuff. I'm going to put the meat's going to go next. Because I'm supposed to get 3 ounces of turkey meat. Here's the turkey. I like the pepper turkey. This is actually the last one in the store. So I'm going to turn on the scale. Boom. I'm going to turn on the scale. There it came on. I'm going to make sure it's in pounds now. Good. So now I'm going to add on to my sandwich 3 ounces of turkey breast. 3 ounces. Let's go. That was like 1.2. That was 1 ounce right there. So each slice is about an ounce. Okay, that's good. About 3 slices of turkey. Try it again. So the French toast. French toast was good, and it kind of felt healthy. I was thinking, like, man, if I had a restaurant, and I wanted to give people the healthy alternative to French toast, that would be a great alternative. That would be a wonderful alternative. 2.7, pretty close. Okay. I get 2 ounces of lean ham. I'm not sure if it really is lean ham. That's 3.2, close enough. But we got ham anyway. Get the ham out. Deli ham for deli meats. Yeah, a little more expensive, but hey, sometimes, you gotta go more expensive, right? So let's see, I can get this 2 more ounces. Ooh, this one is 2 slices. That's definitely, I think it feels like a little more than 2. So I'm gonna do 1 at a time, because that just feels like too much. There you go, some turkey, some ham. 4.4, okay, half a slice will be perfect. Half a slice right there. A little bit of ham. Yeah, it's a little more sodium. Oh, that's a perfect 5 ounces of meat. Perfect. Wow, 5.0 ounces. There you go. So, I recommend, if you're gonna make your own French toast, oh my gosh, I do recommend trying it using some honey for sweetness, using some Greek yogurt for the whipped cream. You got the creamy stuff, there you go. Whipped cream, not whipped cream, Greek yogurt. It actually sweetens it up with the honey, and it is flavor worth having, believe it or not. And then the reduced fat cheese. Yeah, whatever, Claude. You know how hard it is to find reduced fat cheese in the store anymore? I mean, I will admit, the first time I did my diet, I could find the reduced fat cheese stuff, and I did eat it. It's not much different from the non-reduced fat cheese. But finding it now, no chance, man. No chance. I could not find any reduced fat cheese. So here we go, another nice slice right on there. Okay. See, I don't need to worry about the weight now, because that's just cheese. That was almost an ounce of slice. Ounce of cheese. There you go. What is 1 slice? 1 slice is an extra 80 calories. And that's quite a bit, actually. And, oh, tomato. For flavor, I'm going to add some tomato. And for flavor, we're going to add some, straight up red onion. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot the lettuce. That's okay. I got some lettuce I can bring out right now. I'll go 3 slices. You can go more slices. I can go 4 slices of tomato. Nice fresh slice of tomato in here. Add flavor. You know what else I like on a good sandwich? Alpha Sprouts. Don't laugh. If you haven't tried it, it's a really good addition to any sandwich. Nice Alpha Sprouts. All right, let's add the red onion. This side. Yep, this is the side. Okay. All right, continuing on, week 9 recap. French toast, Greek yogurt. Yeah, covered. Let's take that extra one. That one looks a little bad. Take that one off. All right, some red onion on there. Okay. I like red onion. Red onion, when we started using red onion on stuff and in stuff instead of white, halfway up the I was like, oh, let's continue with this trend, especially the salads that I make. Now I was like, if some of the salads I make, like a tomato, mozzarella salad, she wants red onion in there. So week 10, I said, hey Claude, all right, I'm going to Costco. And you know what I need? I need 3 dishes that include Costco rotisserie chicken. Well, I didn't say 3 dishes. I said, you know what? Give me some dishes in my meal plan that include the use of Costco rotisserie chicken. And you can see I got my 2 containers right here. Broke it down. That's plenty. Plenty for 3 meals, as I have known in the past. There we go, 3 meals, Costco rotisserie chicken. And I said, oh, wonderful idea, Barry. Well, I didn't say Barry, because he doesn't know my name, but it's a wonderful idea. Here you go, here's what we got coming up. Chicken fried rice. Huh. Okay, all right. Chicken avocado burrito bowl. I'm like, oh, now we're talking. That sounds good. And the third option, it's like a chicken rice bowl with ginger scallion sauce. So like, oh yes, please. Oh, I love that ginger scallion. On top of rotisserie chicken, you're kidding me. That is a match being had. Actually, the reason why I asked, he mentioned the garlic ginger sauce. The second thing I said to Claude, I said, hey Claude, I have some leftover garlic ginger sauce. What can we do with it? And I said, rotisserie chicken. I have 3 days I need of it. What can we do with it? And he said, here you go. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, oh, so nice, Claude. Thank you so much. I am looking forward to those 3 dishes. And another one that I find kind of interesting is the shrimp asparagus. Shrimp asparagus. Ooh, look at that sandwich. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, you can see the avocado, the guacamole, the tomato, the onion. It looks like a good sandwich, doesn't it? Thought through by Claude. I'm gonna turn this off for a second. And on a rare case, you actually get to see me take a bite of Claude's creation. Well, not really. I mean, I could have thought of stuff as well, but you know what? I didn't have to think because AI did all the thinking for me. And I like a good Dijon mustard. If you like Dijon mustard, don't put it on. But I love a good Dijon mustard. So let's add another layer of Dijon. Because Dijon mustard, let me look at it. Let me see how many calories per tablespoon of this stuff. Let me see. Per tablespoon, the calories. Let's see. Oh, it's a teaspoon. 5 calories. So per tablespoon, that is 15 calories. So load on your Dijon mustard. It is much less calorie intense than mayo. So you can get some. Same with salsa. Salsa is also really low in calories, and we like that. So yeah, another dish I mentioned, I don't remember, but shrimp asparagus. What do you think of shrimp asparagus? Doesn't that sound interesting? A nice shrimp asparagus. So we'll see what that one's like. A nice stir-fried shrimp, I think it kind of says stir-fried shrimp and asparagus. So we'll see what that one's like. That one I'm looking forward to as well. So those are some of the dishes coming up in week 10. Again, we'll recap when we get there. Oh, I almost forgot last thing. Well, I'm gonna take a bite of that sandwich. Thank you, Claude, for this wonderful idea of a sandwich. I'm actually gonna be filling. I can tell you right now, it's gonna fill me up. The wheat bread really is coming through. I do like good wheat bread. I can taste the Dijon. Oh, that avocado, that would hit a lot because there's a lot of avocado in there. Ugh. This is gonna really satisfy me. Now, Claude also said, haha, I have a dill pickle with it. I'm like, I'm not buying a jar of dill pickles. I'll probably eat one and never eat them again, practically. I don't eat dill pickles very often. So I didn't buy the dill pickle. I like a dill pickle. So a dill pickle would have added a nice balance, a nice little crunch as well. But this is good. It's got crunch in it. It's got flavor. Claude, man, you are the GOAT. Well, no, you're not the GOAT, but you are helped me really well on this diet plan. And do I feel hungry? And I said, you're gonna feel hungry. If you wanna lose weight, you're gonna feel hungry. It's not about feeling hungry. It's more about knowing when to stop eating. You know, is this diet easy? No. Sometimes I feel hungry after the meal, and I'll maybe eat a little more. And maybe that's hurting me, but you know what? Not so far. Now, maybe that sickness earlier in the week did help me lose a couple pounds in there, because you know how sickness is and you don't eat as much, especially for 2 days. Just wasn't really eating, maybe one meal a day instead. So maybe that helped me drop pounds. But you know what? I am down 12 to 15 pounds or so. You know how when you weigh yourself, it fluctuates day by day. I'm about 12 to 15 pounds down. And this is, we just finished week 9, which is a really good pace. About a pound to pound and a half a week. Really good pace to get the weight down. And once it's down, then I can ramp up a little bit on how much food I eat. And one thing I've noticed, it's actually eating healthy. It's hard to eat a lot of food when you're eating healthy. Because there's a lot of vegetables. And I just get tired of eating so many vegetables, to be honest. So I don't like eating enough vegetables all the time. And that's that. So yeah, weighing in, it's coming down. Is it hard? Yes. But if it was easy, everyone would do it. You know? The key is knowing you're going to feel hungry. Another key is knowing, one thing that this has really helped me learn is knowing when I should stop eating. That's the key. You know, for example, I did a meatball dish. And I had a lot of extra meals, so like 6 or 7 or 8 extra meatballs. I cooked too much. My son didn't want them all. And with the barbecue sauce I have, it's a wonderful dish. It's lovely. It's awesome. It's on my channel. And I saw like the extra 8 meatballs, and like, you know, old Barry, before this new Barry is taken over, would have eaten all 8. Just gobbled them all up. Said, just gotta finish the food. No waste. So I've had to change my mindset. Stop thinking about wasting food. You know, concentrate more on making the right amounts so that you don't have too much food on the table. And that's kind of hard too, because you know some of the other people here might want to eat more, and so there are some leftovers they can eat. But it's mostly about making sure you get the right amounts of food if you don't want to waste. And if you're not worried about wasting a little bit of food, know when to stop. Don't eat those extras 8 meatballs on the table because they're there. And that was one of the hard parts growing through my kids growing up. Kids wouldn't finish their meals. So what happens? Daddy will eat it. Yeah. Years later, Daddy has accumulated a lot of weight. So definitely, it's a lot about watching what you eat and knowing when to stop. Not so much controlling your eating habits. But you know, it's also, I need to switch what we eat to. My kids love to eat white bread, so we switched out of wheat and did a lot of white while my kids are eating with us a lot. So that also, gets into you feel more hungry more often. Another thing that I used to do, which is completely gone, completely out, when we watch, like lots of times, like Saturday's movie night, Friday's movie night, when we're not doing anything, we're just watching TV, watching movies. Well, we wanted something to do, something to eat. And what was that? Basically a pint of ice cream. Maybe half a pint. Half a pint of ice cream. Just sit down, eat a pint of ice cream, and that's just not how to do it, man. I mean, it's enjoyable, yes. Do we like the food? Yes. But you know what? We're going to pay for it with our weight. And you gotta choose smart, eat smart. And now that I have AI to help me out, plan smart. So yeah, the AI has been helping. I've been losing weight, and hopefully I can get myself back to 180. I feel like I can really get down to 180 a year and a half on this diet plan. If I'm doing a pound a week, 52 weeks plus another, 26 weeks. That's 50, 75 pounds, about 75 pounds. So, 260, 265, lose 75. That's 190. It's a little over a year and a half. If you can stick to it, year and a half, get down there, wonderful. Then I'll help AI with the maintain my weight diet. And continue to use AI to say, okay, plan my meals for me. What do we got? We want to do maintenance now. We don't need to do any more diet restrictions. Let's just go back to maintaining weight. And you know what? I'll probably be okay. But we'll see. It's not easy. You gotta feel hungry from time to time. You gotta let yourself feel hungry. And you gotta stop eating because it's there. It's kind of what I've been learning. It's really been helping me get my weight under control and help me get down. So, you know, rotisserie chicken week's coming up next week. I'm excited. Sounds like a lot of good meals, tasty meals. And it's great, some of these meals that Claude has introduced me into, because now I can put those meals right into my diet going forward. And we can keep the health going. And I am really looking forward to continuing to work with Claude and continuing to get my diet plan on track. He's been a really helpful tool to help us lose weight. All right. If you want to see next week, week 10, or you know what, any of my past weeks, look over here. Here's a playlist of all the times that I have recapped and introduced the AI diet plan.